Okay, coronavirus, of course, the scourge of the earth right now, and the thing that is torn our society to pieces. And the NFL is no exception. Now we have our second. Actually, it's still one continuous outbreak, I suppose, when you think about it. Are you aware of the latest news? We had some news this morning, and when I was on my way here, I wanted to tell you about.
I heard briefly. I do not have all the details. You are the man this week. I am the GOAT, and I don't mean that as in greatest of all time. I mean GOAT as in who is that famous guy? The mighty Casey, because I have struck out. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay, so coronavirus has hit the Titans especially hard, and you know that. Last count, I believe it was up to 15 team and personnel combined, front office and whatnot, that have tested positive for coronavirus now, and they know why. They just found this out. Several, I'm hearing 5 members at least of the Titans player personnel went off-site, broke protocol, broke the bubble the bubble. They broke protocol. They went to a middle school and they worked out in the gymnasium and on the football practice field and met with several of the students and coaching staff and things like that. That's how they brought this in. So the Titans effectively have nearly brought a multi-billion-dollar business to a grinding halt. At least, I hope it doesn't get that way, but this is, it's not good. What's your reaction?
Well, I have several things to say about this. First off, you just tell me when I'm wrong, because obviously I've been wrong a lot. Okay. You just stop me when I'm wrong.
We're all imperfect.
Because
Don't beat yourself
I've been
up.
wrong all year long. Anyone that listens to me is either living on the edge or they're just as dumb as I am. Because this year has not been my year for predictions or anything else. I do get, every now and then, I do find a bone. Like a blind squirrel, I find a nut every now and then. But here we go. Here's my thought on this. A, do the Texans have a multi-million-dollar practice facility? Yes or no?
You mean the Titans?
The Titans, I'm sorry, yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
so
yes.
why would you leave
And go off-site.
and go off-site, number one? Because, I mean, from what I understand, they got a cafe. They got a lounge.
Oh, I'm sure they
got
do.
weight rooms.
Sure.
They got every freaking imaginable. They got
Whirlpools.
trainers, hot tubs.
Yep.
They got. Why would you leave this facility and go to a substandard place to work out? Why? That's number one. Number two. So you have 15 people testing. At least 5 players were reported going off-site.
Another one this morning made 15, yeah, I believe.
Okay. And so now the Tennessee Titans, I'm trying to get the words out of my mouth because I'm a little bit in shock here. Okay, because
I
like
rarely
you said,
see you speechless.
because like you said, this could bring
think it
a
was
billion-dollar industry
To its knees. Yeah.
But more importantly, when you really think about the game of football, it is what? The ultimate team game. This is, there's only 5 people on the court in basketball. 11 people on the baseball field, 6 people on the hockey. I think it's 6 people for hockey, right? Is that right?
Well, on a baseball team, it's 25 usually.
But I mean 11 on the field.
Well, 9 and plus
9 on the field.
plus maybe some batters and runners from the other team.
Well, I'm just saying. Okay, there's 9 on the field. Okay, I'm sorry. See, don't listen to me. But 9 guys on the field, 5 guys on the basketball court. But there's 11 football players. That's why I got confused. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
All right, so I'm just saying, football ultimate team game because you have 11 on offense, you have 11 on defense, and then you have backup players. In baseball, there might be 9 players on the field, but there's going to be 4 or 5 pitchers or extra players. But for the most part, they don't. It's half the roster is what I'm getting at. So the ultimate team game. I mean, the ball's in the pitcher's hands, and I understand that. But when your team's not on the field, if you will, and the quarterback doesn't have the ball in his hands, he has to give that ball to the running back. He has to throw it to the receivers. He's got those offensive linemen have to block for him to be able to do that. The defensive players have to do their job. The coaching staff has to do their job. The special teams, the kickers. So it's more of a team sport. Football is the ultimate team game.
Okay.
And from what you hear every player say, Hall of Fame to non-Hall of Fame, my brothers, these are the people I go into battle with. These are the people I'll fight for. These are the people I'll, go to war with. And 5 guys said, you know what? I don't really give a shit. I'll do what I want to do. And they let their team down. And they owe not only the league, but more importantly, their teammates.
They obviously thought about themselves above
of the team
and the league in general. Because if the Titans games get canceled, that's going to mess the entire schedule up.
It's already
It's already been a cluster bomb. I'm not going to say the other word, but it's already been a horrible mess to get the scheduling the way it is now. They had to postpone. They had to do the buys earlier. For a couple of teams.
It's
Titans.
terrible.
Okay, so the thing about it is now now that the league front office has found out about this. Okay, they are then the Titans game this week is now in question as well. The commissioner has said that they are looking to possibly forfeit the game to have the Titans forfeit.
Well, they have to be held responsible.
Somebody
does.
There has to be
And
some kind of reckoning, some punishment. There has to be. Because don't just think about the players and the people that work, for the teams. But let's think about the vendors, who are not going to, even if there's limited fans, there's not going to be any vendors. There's not going to be any food service. There's not going to be any of this. There's not going to be any ticket takers. All those people are out of jobs now. The NFL canceled the rest of their season in week 8 because 5 guys decided to put themselves and how they could. I'm sure that they probably thought if they got in extra practice that it would pay off and it would help the team. Maybe that's where they were thinking, what they were thinking. I don't know. I'm not in their heads. All I know, it was a horrible decision. And sure, they probably should just be given a loss.
Well, if you put 100 guys in a room and you ask them a question, that's an obvious question, like who wants to make more money? 99 of them will raise their hand, but there'll always be that one guy that'll be like, well, no, I don't think I need any more. There'll always be one. In this case, there was 5. But that's all I got to say on it. If you don't have anything to say, we can wrap this thing up because I'm a little upset about it.
All right, we'll move on. When we come back, we're going to discuss what is your idea as far as the MVP this year.
I can't wait for this one.
Yeah, we're going to mention who we think is in the lead and battling for, the hardware at the end of the season. So we'll find out. We'll be right back here on NFL Weekly Predictions.
Awesome.